How much will 2 million WEN potentially be worth in 2025? In today's video, let's find out. And before I continue on any further, please keep in mind that I'm not a financial advisor. These are all just hypothetical scenarios, and there's absolutely no guarantee that any of it is going to happen. But with that being said, as of right now, 2 million WEN is currently worth $800. And if, let's say, WEN were to go to the price of 0.006 of a dollar, that's a mouthful, that's what she said. However, by the way, if you're wondering how many zeros that is, just look on the screen because I did put it there. But yeah, besides that point, that would be a 15x from here. And at that point, 2 million WEN would be worth $12,000. And personally speaking, do I think that this price target is ridiculous for something like WEN to reach? I don't think so, because I think that WEN is a very special meme coin. And let me show you what I'm talking about. Because when we take a look at WEN, it represents a poem by We Are Meow, which may sound corny to some people, but I don't think so. But yeah, besides that point, it also represents a fungible token on the Solana blockchain. And also on top of that, it represents a fractionalized ownership in a very unique NFT. So when it comes to WEN, in my opinion, it has a lot more than just, simply existing. Because a lot of people out there, they seem to think that, wow, a meme coin is typically caca, it's trash. But when it comes to WEN, I think it's somewhat graduating beyond that stereotype, right? Because some people, again, they think that, a meme coin is usually very trash. But when it comes to WEN, I don't think that's the case. And I think that this is even not the case when we consider how there's something called WNS, which, by the way, stands for WEN New Standard. And this right here is a new generation of tokenized assets on Solana powered by token extensions. And catch this, right? WNS is a fully open source framework for minting NFTs and paying royalties to the creators of those NFTs, which I think is fantastic. And also on top of that, WNS extends the token extensions program, seamlessly integrating its features into the heart of Solana's core functions. And also on top of that, let's not forget, again, right? I have to use that term because it has very low minting fees as well. So really, when you think about WEN, I think it's pretty much perfect. I think it's on the right network. Solana, I think, is a very fantastic layer 1 blockchain. It's a very unique meme coin. If you think about it, it's, cat themed, right? Which is fantastic. A lot of meme coins out there, they're primarily dog themed, which there's nothing wrong with that, but we need something different. And WEN is exactly that. And also, last but not least, I do believe that WEN represents something that's very special as a meme coin because I think in terms of its utility, it's a lot better than a lot of the meme coins that exist right now. So when I take that into consideration, when I consider just how special WEN is, I don't see why WEN during this bull run won't hypothetically at least go to the price of 0.006 of a dollar. And now, I do want to take a look at the next price target for WEN, and that is WEN at the price of 1/100th of a dollar, which again, if you're wondering how many zeros that is, feel free to pause the screen or just look on the screen. But yeah, besides that point, if WEN were to reach that price target, 2 million WEN would be worth $20,000. And personally speaking, do I think that this is a crazy price target for WEN? I don't think so, because if we were to consider, right, the current circulating supply of WEN, if WEN were to reach that price target, again, when we consider its current supply, its market cap would be around $7.3 billion. Which isn't too much to ask for. For instance, we take a look at SHIB, which is the main token of the Shiba Inu ecosystem. All-time high market cap was around $40 billion. Doge was around $88 billion. And of course, all of this was back in 2021. But even despite that point, right, when you take that into consideration, is around $7.3 billion in terms of market cap too much to ask for a meme coin? I don't think so. Now, if I'm saying that WEN is going to go to something crazy like a $100 billion market cap, then yeah, of course, that's ridiculous. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. A lot of people say that, but I'm not going to say that, right? But in my opinion, around $7.3 billion, it's not too much to ask for. At least that's the way I view it. Historically, we've seen several meme coins far beyond exceed this. And now, I do want to take a look at the next price target for WEN, and that is WEN at the price of 14,000ths of a dollar. I mean, caralho, porra, that's kind of a mouthful. But besides that point, if it were to reach that price, 2 million WEN would be worth $28,000. And do I think that this could happen during this bull run? I do believe that in the most bullish case scenario, I think it could, because as of right now, there's over 500 million crypto owners, which is insane, right? That's actually more people than ever before in history owning cryptocurrencies. And when there's a statistic that crazy, I think it's only fair to assume that this bull run is going to be something out of the storybooks. I think it's going to dwarf what we saw back in 2021. I think the FOMO, buying pressure, buying volume, and the altcoin season, it's going to look legendary. And I can't wait. I'm very excited. So WEN, at the price of 14 thousandths of a dollar, I don't see why not. I think it's that amazing. Now, some people out there, they're, complaining about the volatility of WEN. They're saying, wow, it's going up and down. When is it going to reach its peak, right? Historically, altcoins, they usually reach their peak. I can't say on every altcoin's behalf, but we're just going off history here, right? Usually, they reach their peak anywhere between 6 to 12 months after a Bitcoin halving event. And the Bitcoin halving event, it's expected to happen in April. So when you think about it, that's still quite some time, right? Either 6 to 12 months after April, we're potentially looking at a worst case scenario, April in 2025. So that right there is still some time. A lot of people out there, they're impatient. But in my opinion, historically, again, right, we still have a lot of time to prove itself. And I don't see why that's a bad thing, right? I think if anything, that's more of a chance for me to dollar cost average into WEN. However, of course, that's all financial advice. But WEN, I think it's ready to shock the world during this bull run and hypothetically at least go to a price of 14 thousandths of a dollar. I really do think it's that special. Make sure to subscribe if you gain value from this video. I greatly appreciate it. And also on top of that, make sure to check out this very fantastic video. I think you all would really love it. It's been Lee the Captain, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.